Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Before we get started, cue Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing, let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
My man Indigo. So what's up, guys? We're gonna get just straight to the business here. Today's video is on AMP. If you're not familiar with AMP token, you will be after the end of today's video. It is one of the tokens that were targeted by the SEC as securities, which we will refer to in this video as the SEC 9. So let's just get into it. Here we go with the SEC 9 here. So let's get a little bit of backdrop. So the whole thing that AMP does, along with the Flexa network, which is a network we have up right now, Flexa, it's all about offering fraud-proof payments. And it's all about payments that reach consensus really quickly. So you cut out the fraud, you cut out all the members of the consensus for the payments, and you shave off tons and tons and tons of money just by reaching consensus quicker, just by cutting out a lot of the fraud. And that's really what it gets down to at the end of the day. So that's what AMP is about. It's a payment token, and it's all about reducing fraud in payments, okay? So that's what we're about here, okay? So let me turn this off so we don't have that going through the video. So, okay. So let's get into the SEC case. Now, the SEC listed 9 tokens as securities in an insider trading case. Now, that's very, very, very important here that you realize it's an inside trader case. Okay, so let's go look at those tokens that were listed. One of which being AMP, one of which being LCX. Okay, I guess I didn't turn this off. We'll go turn it off right here then. Okay, so if we come over here and take a look, right? This is an AMA from LCX, which was like August 10th. I have a whole video on this AMA. Definitely check it out on the channel. It's like it's a video. Let's see here. Boom. Okay. So I mentioned the AMA here in this video right here. Definitely come check it out. Published August 17th on the channel. Please like and subscribe. Now going back to this case here. Monty Mesker, the CEO of LCX, gets into the case. So someone asks him about this on the AMA. Could we get some updates on the SEC situation? And what Monty says is really kind of groundbreaking to understand this case. The SEC situation is not impacting LCX business or platform. The lawsuit did not involve LCX. It was against former Coinbase executives, and now we learned from the press there are additional lawsuits against Coinbase. There are no new updates from our side. We are in a wait-and-see position. We are trying to find out more and provide help. So really, the lawsuit here was in between Coinbase executives doing insider trading, which, like, who doesn't? Like, we're aware these guys do insider trading. You can see too how the AMP kind of all these apps on these trading sites, how they kind of front load you and like do like some shady different things with the with when you do trading, you can tell all of the apps kind of like they front load you to get the worst with the worst price. They bump it up by a little bit. It's sickening. But I think there are always shenanigans going on with the prices when we're trading on these apps. So there you go. But um really this whole thing is all about insider trading with Coinbase. The SEC listing these guys as these nine tokens as securities really doesn't even involve these nine tokens if you use Monty Metzger's logic from right here. That makes a lot of sense. Really, they can't, like I said before in a video today, they can't just outright say that something is a security. They don't really have that power. So that kind of squashes that right there. But if we dig deeper into AMP, the token itself, what I was not able to really confirm was, is the token something that the Winklevoss twins founded? Now, when you look at it, you see it's founded in New York. Okay, where is it? Location: New York, New York. Now, if you guys are not aware, New York is one of the most stringent, one of the most tight states when it comes to cryptocurrency. And the Gemini network, or excuse me, the Gemini exchange is one exchange you are allowed to use in New York. Tons of exchanges you're not allowed to use in New York, but Gemini is one of those exchanges you can use. The Gemini exchange, if we come down here, is founded by the Winklevoss twins. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know who the Winklevoss twins are, but supposedly the idea of Facebook was their idea. Mark Zuckerberg stole it. They got awarded some money. They ended up being billionaires involved in Bitcoin. They were one of the first kind of people to invest in it, and now they're multi-billionaires. So, depending on what you believe there, really doesn't matter. But these dudes are power players and billionaires, and they have one of the only exchanges that you can use in New York. So it kind of shows you that they're quote unquote made men. They're extremely powerful if they can actually get an exchange in New York with the most like strict laws. They have an actual exchange that you can use in New York. So what does that tell you? So what I was unable to verify is if they're actual owners of the token, or excuse me, founders of the token. What they do say is the first market to announce support for AMP was Gemini by the Winklevosses. Now they do say that this token was created by Flexa, and the CEO who did that was Tyler Spalding. He's the CEO of Flexa, and all I was able to find that he is co-founder of Flexa. That's all it says. It doesn't even say who the other founders are. Real kind of cloak and dagger. All it says is he is co-CEO, and nowhere on Flexa, nowhere on AMP does it say, oh, about us, and shows the founders. It doesn't. So it's really strange in that way. However, again, one of the first changes to list AMP was Gemini, and we do know, they do admit that the Winklevoss twins founded that exchange. They also founded Nifty Gateway, which is one of the biggest NFT exchanges besides OpenSea. So there's that. So that leads me to say that AMP has a big star power behind it, because it seems like to me that these guys are at least silent partners because it was the first exchange to announce AMP. So there's an interview here with Paul Barron. And I actually like Paul Barron. He's one of the few guys with subscribers over like 100,000 who doesn't shield to you. He just gives you the information as it is, and he brings on people and he actually asks them like real questions. So they go into some questions here about fees, and I'm almost hesitant to play this, but if you guys want to come on here and listen to the interview, because they get real thick with it, because apparently Paul Barron used to be in tech, and he used to have like some tech involvement in making sure credit cards were secure. So he knows a lot about how credit cards have fraud payments. Bottom line is, Mr. Spalding here addresses his question on fraud and says that Flexa cuts down on like tons of fraud. It cuts down on the consensus and all the like middlemen between you and the payment. So basically it lowers all of that, all of those fees that are there, and he quote unquote says it kind of puts the payment process in the hands of the user. I'm not so sure about all of that, but bottom line is it meets consensus because it's blockchain, like quicker than anything else. We already know that's a thing, and that it cuts down on fraud because it's decentralized. So yeah. So that really is the thing about AMP. And if we come over here and look at AMP, the token supply is humongous. Humongous. It's 99 billion, but when you think about what AMP is supposed to do, it's supposed to be for payments and reckoning payments. It makes sense that this token supply is absolutely huge. But that is one of the things to absolutely note. For AMP to really move, it's going to take a ton of people to move AMP. Just like you guys know I'm high on XRP. It's another token that's kind of trying to revolutionize payments and stuff like that. It's another token that has a huge supply, 100 billion. So it's going to take a lot of people to move XRP when it's needed to move. So, yeah. So bottom line, I'm high on AMP. They're not really, the SEC thing is not affecting them. They're a token either like indirectly backed by the Winklevoss Twins or directly backed. We don't necessarily, we know we can improve the indirect backing, but we can't prove the direct backing. So it makes me real high on this token in the future, and I definitely own some, and will definitely be building my bag before the Bitcoin halving in 5/4/24. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm accurate in saying that the SEC thing will not affect AMP? Did it make sense about, you know, this not really being about these 9 tokens that the SEC targeted, because it really wasn't about those tokens anyway. It was about the insider trading. Let me know that everything makes sense. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comment section. I answer those. I look at those daily. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Check out some of my past videos right over here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.